The temperature is plunging, and as we speak, the weather danger is moving in. It is going to be very cold over the next several days.
Yeah, so we're going to check in with Michael Fish, and we're just, about a half hour away from the weather, the wind chill
warning. And the thing is, Charles, you bring up a great point, because just because that wind chill warning starts at 6 doesn't mean that you go outside and it goes, wow, all of a sudden our wind chills are at 45 below. That's not how this is going to work. This is going to be a slow progression of temperatures getting colder and colder and the wind starting to get higher and higher. So be aware of that. It's going to just get more brutal as the night goes on. And here's the thing. We're not quite used to this kind of cold and wind. This, by the way, this dangerous cold, we haven't seen temperatures like this in over a decade. So it really is something to pay attention to. And again, with the winds gusting over 30 miles per hour, that makes it dangerously cold. By the time we head overnight into tomorrow morning, if you have exposed skin for 10 minutes, you could already have frostbite. That's how cold it's going to be. Now, all of this is thanks to what's called a polar vortex. Well, how this works, actually, it's normally up over the Arctic, and it's just there. Right in the middle, it's calm, but it's freezing. And around it, you have high wind. Well, on rare occasions, that polar vortex that's over the Arctic weakens. It splits. And then in this case, that split is coming off and it's rolling right into our area. So not only is it bringing the cold, it's also bringing the wind too. 30-mile-per-hour gusts, that's just a normal windy day. Well, you combine that with temperatures that are in the double digits below zero, that is frigid, dangerous air. Now, this is what our average high should be, 29. Now, tomorrow morning's record low is 18 below in Milwaukee. The thing about that is we're not going to set a record low in the morning. It's not going to be that cold, though. It's going to be frigidly cold. Here's a look. Here's International Falls. They only hit 18 below today. That's it. That was their high temperature. And not only that, they had wind. Well, that's the kind of air spilling into our area tomorrow. We do not go above zero whatsoever. And this is going to be the warmest part we're going to see until at least Wednesday. Yes, that's how cold it's going to be for that long. Until at least Wednesday, these are our warmest temperatures. And everyone in the single digits besides Wisconsin Dells, they have dropped to 1 degree below zero. But remember, we have that wind. And you get the wind chill from just sustained winds, not wind gusts, that make it feel even colder. Wind chill right now, 15 below West Bend, Port Washington. Feels like 12 below now in Milwaukee and close to 20 below in Beaver Dam. This is going to go down and down as the night goes on. It's going to be dangerously cold. Now, this is what Charles was just mentioning before. The wind chill warning goes into effect at 6 all the way through noon on Tuesday. That doesn't mean at 6 o'clock you just get this quick shot of just polar air. It's going to be a slow progression as we head through the night. Now, I do realize, like southern Milwaukee, we're seeing Kenosha seeing a little bit of light snow. That already is starting to taper off. That's going to move out of here. And then the big story is going to be, of course, that polar air that's going to stick around. You know, the intense cold is from the secondary cold front that's been rolling on through as we've headed through the evening. Now the real cold is going to get here, especially through the overnight. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be way below zero. This is going to hang around tomorrow night, right on into Tuesday morning. If you notice those tightly packed isobars, that brings us that wind as well. So overnight tonight, there are our lows. Just temperatures, 13 below in Milwaukee and by the lake, 18 below Waukesha and inland. Wind chill starting 20-something below zero as we head through mid-evening, go down to about 30 to 45 below overnight. That's the story for tomorrow. These are our highs, 8 below in Milwaukee and by the lake, Waukesha and inland, 13 below. But remember, we have 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Wind chills between 30 and 45 below all day. Tomorrow night, same story, even colder than tonight. Waukesha goes down to 20 below, wind chills way below zero. We start off Tuesday that same way, probably about 30 to 40 below zero wind chills. Then it improves a little bit with a little bit less wind in the afternoon, only 2 for a high. Let's take a look at the next 10 days, see if we can shake this Arctic air a little bit on Wednesday. Finally make it into the teens. That's it after a below zero start. And then Friday. Oh,
heat.
How seriously, how is that going to feel when we make it back into the 30s?
Well, it's going to feel 50 degrees warmer almost, right?
That's perfect, man.
Summer.
Yeah, you're exactly right.